Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mackie and I hope you're all having a great day today. So as you can see, we are in a different setting today because we are at the tiny house. So I haven't been posting any of these videos on here. I've just been posting them on TikTok. I post them every single day. It's just at Mackie Albertson on there. It's linked down below, so go check it out. But I asked you guys in the last video if you want to see like once a week videos on me building a tiny home, and the majority said yes. So I'm gonna start posting them. I'm gonna set a day where there's gonna be like a week recap of what I've done. I might do it on Wednesdays, have the tiny home, so if you don't like the paranormal stuff, Wednesdays are your day. There's a bunch of catching up to do to show you guys what I have done so far. So we're just gonna go over all that in the video, and I'm going to continue framing a wall. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you do that right now, and let's get straight into it. So this is what the outside looks like. I went with shiplap. The back wall faces this wall, so I just decided to do a cheap beadboard type thing on the outside of it. But the other two walls, this one and the one over there, both have this shiplap on it, and I went with the huge window on this wall to stare out into the backyard. And I haven't cut this one out yet, but this basically just looks out over my fence onto the street. But as you can see, I decided to put it super high up because if someone's walking by, my fence is pretty low, so you can actually see me. If you're walking down the street and you looked up here, you'd be able to see me in here, so I didn't want it down here in case I'm changing or something. So yeah, they can only see my head if you're standing right here. But the sunset, you can see the sunset directly out of this window, so I'm super excited for that. But yeah, this is what the inside looks like right now. I decided to do 10 by 12 because my backyard is fairly small. So I had to go fairly small, but I am gonna put a loft up at the top, so my bed and everything will be up above, and the whole downstairs is a living space. I started framing the last and final wall yesterday, and I didn't really do much, so I'll run you guys through it real quick. I might include some of my TikToks on here just so you guys can see. I know it's not the ideal format for YouTube, but just to give you an idea. So I'm gonna insert that video right now. Tonight I started building the last wall of the tiny home because my front door finally arrived, so I got the exact dimensions on it. I'm so excited. I got a Dutch door. Let me know what color you guys think I should paint it. But I started by measuring the exact dimensions I need this last wall to be. But anyway, I just cut the two pieces of wood that I needed using my miter saw, and I just took a couple inches off the end because this wall sits in between the two long walls. Once I had my top and bottom piece, I just started assembling it using 8-foot 2x4s, and I just placed one of these at each end and just shot a couple nails into it. After that, I just started marking out where all my studs need to go, and I'm placing them exactly 16 inches apart from each other. And I left a big gap on the bottom because I'm still trying to decide where I want my door to sit exactly. But I at least started placing my first 4 studs because I know the door is going to sit roughly somewhere in the middle, so I just slid these into place and shot a couple nails into the end of each of them. Once I had all these studs in place, it gave me a lot better idea of where I want my door to sit, so I just went ahead and marked that out, and this is the end result for tonight. Okay, so now we are up to speed on what I have done. So yeah, this is how it's looking. I left this giant gap because I was deciding where I want my door to go. I've just been trying to figure out how to even frame a door for like the past 2 hours. There's so many mixed opinions, but I think I finally got it now. So I'm just gonna start working on that right now. So I decided to go with the Dutch door. So the top half opens, which is super cool. I can leave that open and have fresh air coming in. So it is pre-hung, which means the door frame is already around it. So it's pretty simple for me now, so I just have to measure out 82¼ inches, and I have found out that, so if it's not a pre-hung door, you want to leave it 2¼ inches wider than the actual door itself, because you have to account for framing it in. But if it is pre-hung, you just leave it 1 inch. So it's a 36-inch door, but with the frames on it, it becomes 37¼ and I leave an extra inch for shims. And I just learned that, so. so the next step, I need to add 2 king studs, which is basically the very outside studs for the door frame. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, so I have the first king stud set right here, so all I have to do is nail it in now. And then the trim stud is going to sit directly next to it and go up, and it's going to be as tall as the door is. So that one gets connected into that. Okay, now the next step is to cut, next up I have to cut 2x4s to the proper length of the door. Okay, so I just measured, my door is exactly 80 inches, and so the trim studs need to be cut to 82.25 inches, because once again, it needs to be 2.25 inches both longer and wider than the physical door. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my 2x4s and just cut them down to 82.25 inches. So let's go do that now. Okay, and that's the door I got. So you can see it's a Dutch door. I love it so much. I'm gonna paint it, of course, but yeah, that's what it looks like. So you can see it, what I'm talking about, kind of. See at the very top, that little crease right there, that's the frame around it. So that's why it's pre-hung, but we're gonna go ahead and cut our pieces right now. Okay, so like I said before, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this down to 82.25. Now that I have my pieces cut, I'm just going to go ahead and nail them directly next to these guys right here. I'm gonna check it one more time, make sure it's 38 1/4 before I nail it in. Perfect. So here's a close-up view on how it looks. So this gap is exactly 38 1/4, and going up here it is 82 1/4. Originally a 30-inch door by 80. So the next step is going to be putting a header from there to there. Oh, and I also want to explain to you guys what I've done for the foundation. So there's the cinder blocks there, and on top of it is a 2x6 redwood exterior treated wood. And so those are all the beams laying on the bottom. So there are 3 of those beams exactly, and then the actual foundation itself is some more 2x6 redwood exterior treated planks, and I have 4 of those just wrapping around to make the exact size of the tiny home. But then I have beams, they're 18 inches apart from each other, so there's a beam running this way, there's a beam there, and you can see by the screw pattern right here, it runs all the way. That's where all the beams are. And so once all those beams were laid, actually picture this as the foundation. So the beams are running like this along the floor. Okay, once I had all the beams done, I took 3/4 inch plywood, laid it on top of it, and just nailed it all down. And then I just started building the walls directly on top of that, and I just shot nails straight through the bottom parts of the wall directly down into the foundation. You are basically all caught up with that. Now what I need to do is cut another 2x4 to go at the top of the trim studs, because that is going to be the header for the door, which is going to be all the support for the roof and all that, so the door doesn't collapse or something like that. I don't really know, but I'm gonna do that right now. I hate how it gets so dark so early now. It's literally 6 o'clock. So that's just my header, and tomorrow I'm probably going to finish it because I have to put 2 more pieces lengthwise above it just to make it extra supportive. But this is the main piece, and that's basically the entire door frame. So let's go install this real quick. Well, I forgot to hit record for that last part, so that's nice. But literally all I did was take that piece that I just cut right now, put it at the end of the 2 trim studs, as you can see, and just nailed it directly into place. So then tomorrow I'll finish it up, but basically it's gonna be 1 piece there, 1 piece like that, and that's gonna run all the way across here, and that is basically the header all complete. So once that is installed, then I just take some more studs to fill the rest of the part, if that makes sense. For the most part, that is this wall and door frame all complete. The only other thing I need to do when I stand it up, I'm gonna cut out from right here to right there because the whole door just slips in. But yeah, that's it. That is how you frame the door. But I'm gonna wrap it up there, and I'm definitely gonna be posting these videos at least once a week, just a full recap, but I just want to go more into detail about framing the door because it's hard for me to find any information like this on YouTube. So hopefully this can help someone out, and I will definitely update you guys as the progress of this wall goes. Tomorrow I'm gonna put the shiplap on, so you will see that in the next tiny home video, and you'll also probably see the wall stood up with the door in it and everything. And then I'll be starting on the roof, and it'll be an actual tiny home, and I can decorate it for Christmas, which is gonna be super fun. So that will be part of my 25 days of Christmas then. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I hope you guys did enjoy this first tiny home video. I'm super excited to be posting this on YouTube now, and that you guys are excited to see it. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new here, because I'm gonna be posting these videos once a week, and the rest will be paranormal, vlogging. A lot of people said on my last video they want me to start doing like daily vlogging and stuff like that, so I will start doing that too, and do like, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of Christmas stuff during these next 25 days, so make sure you stick around for that. But, and also all the merch is officially out now, so make sure you go get some because it's super limited edition and you don't want to miss out on it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.